dark and twisted true story.
I had just started working the third shift at a cleaning company. Usually, there is another girl and me, but the other girl called in sick. So I had to work alone. On this particular night, I had to clean Starbucks coffee house. I had just begun my shift and started to clean the carpets. During this hour, it was hard to stay awake, so thank God it was a coffee house, where I could at least drink coffee to keep me from falling asleep on the job. So I put on a pot of coffee and began to work. Around 12:45 there was a power outage in the area, then seconds later, I heard a knock at the window. When I shifted my eyes toward the window, there was a man standing there which freaked me out. He was trying to communicate with me through the glass, and of course, I couldn't hear what he was saying. So I walked closer to the window. Then I noticed he was wearing a Starbucks shirt. He said that he worked there and forgot the keys to his apartment, so he needed me to let him in to get them. At first, I had second thoughts, but then I figured it was not a problem since he did work there. So I opened the door to let him in. He thanked me and began to walk toward the back to get his keys, but as he was walking past me, I noticed something drop from his back pocket onto the floor. And when I looked down, it was a pair of wire cutters. Obviously, it was he who had cut the power. He then looked at me, smiled, then pulled out a gun and told me to get into the safe and give him money. I begged for him not to hurt me, but he just smiled at me in a creepy and threatening way. I told him that I didn't have the combination to the safe because I was only a cleaner, but he put the gun to my head and told me on the count of 10 he was going to pull the trigger if I didn't open the safe. There I was, begging for my life, but he continued to count. When he got to number 8, I had a brilliant idea. I picked up the pot of hot coffee and tossed it into his face, knocking him to the floor. Then I called the police. Come to find out, the man used to work there as a manager. That's why he was wearing a Starbucks uniform. I guess hot coffee not only wakes you up, it can save your life as well.
Sure, there are plenty of streaming services, but what they're missing is my addicting animated horror series, My Girlfriend Wants to Kill Me, which has gained over 4.5 million views, as well as My Girlfriend Wants to Kill Me, the prequel, and Her Blood on My Hands. Join Dark and Twisted TV, or you'll never know the shocking ending. Other fans have already joined, so what are you waiting for? Join today.